Today, it's Madden NFL football. It's week 3 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Minnesota Vikings.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today it's week 3 and we've got a good one in store between the Minnesota Vikings and the Philadelphia Eagles. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Eagles team as they interplay here. It's been a great start to the season, back-to-back wins to begin the campaign. As of this morning, summer officially over. It's time for autumn football, and we're underway on EA Sports. From the 6. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
And frankly, this is the type of game that a great quarterback relishes because 0-2 on the road, everything's against him and his team. No one can expect them to win. Sometimes you band together real tight in that situation, and if he plays really well, they've got a chance to get that done.
Now a dump off here complete, and he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. He'll drop to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Owens. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. On second down now. It's Little. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
Well, this defense for the Eagles very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
The Vikings send out their punter. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that.
It seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And space opens a bit as he gets it across the 15 to the 17-yard line. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 19 carries, 75 yards.
They've won 2 straight games, and they've done it with the running game as the focal point of their offense. So in this contest, I don't think about doing anything else. I continue to ride the hot hand that I've established and lead with the runners.
On second down, it's Flynn. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. He'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues.
The Eagles hit 2-0 here to begin the season, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Bass. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw again. That's caught. It's Malone.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard. Well, they clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease. Feels good about what he's doing. I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that. I'm continuing to let him throw the football.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and it's 2nd down. Back to throw again. Throw left side, complete. That's Benson. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Bass. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 32-yard line. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. Another completion right there. And again, Charles, good time in the pocket. That offensive line on this opening drive been really solid.
They've been more than solid. They've really tamped down the pass rush and kept him safe in the pocket, able to look around, find his target, and deliver. He's got to make sure he tells the offensive line in the huddle, thanks, fellas. Let's keep it going.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
2nd and 1. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that will bring up 3rd and 1.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. The stop there on third, they could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on first and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there, and I'd go right at him with another momentum play. I'd go quickly and attack them because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop them on third down.
5 yards from the end zone, first and goal.
They'll look to throw here. And he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line. A big loss there of about 7 yards on first and goal, so now it's second down.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on first and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's second and goal.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
3 tight ends up front here, third and goal.
Now a give right side. Flynn, and he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Boy, that's a 5-yard loss. Fourth down now.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
So on now the field goal team for Philadelphia. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. And that's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. On first down, it's Little. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. The numbers for him from a week ago: 21 carries, 73 yards, and a touchdown.
I can't remember the last time we did a game and a coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. But they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that. But they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw it a little bit to open.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on third and long. They'll drop to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
Now the try here for the point after. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. The scoop and score always Always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. On 2nd down now, it's Little.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
On 3rd down, Little. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a 1st down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Little. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
The Vikings send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added onto their lead, but that was a drive that was so long, it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game, but we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive, and he's going to profess that he was happy to get points, and we know that's not true.
Yeah.
Okay, after this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
He finds his man, complete. It's pass. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They'll run on 1st down. It's Flynn, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now back to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile. And he's got his man in stride, complete. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right, then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. And now out comes Minnesota.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And they'll be stopped at the 28 on a play that started at the 14. They pick up 14. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Right back, and it's a fumble. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Do you remember in preseason when we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and, you know, guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble.
So here are the Eagles to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Looking left side, he's got it complete.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a 1st down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time you wait for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now left side on the swing pass. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 6 from the 8.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Malone.
And the Eagles are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
On play action, they'll throw. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. It'll go as nearly a loss of 10 on 1st and goal, so a disaster there. It goes as a 9-yard loss on the sack.
Well, surprise, surprise. 1st and goal at the 1. No quarterback sneak. No running play. They decide to throw for it, but the pressure got to them quickly and put the quarterback down.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? Got his tight end. That's complete. It's pass. Touchdown, Eagles. A great play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead.
So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards. And boy, did he come through, bowling his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes our score 17-0. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
Minnesota's offense takes over possession. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but well, let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
On first down, it's Little.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's second down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Calling a gain of 6 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. The Vikings send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return.
And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10.
Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far, because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Now a handoff up the middle. Flynn. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. The Vikings going to signal for their first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. On 3rd down, it's Flynn, and they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10.
The Vikings going to take over now late in this first half. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time, because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there.
but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
2nd and 2. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Little. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half.
Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
So we've come to halftime here in Philly with the Eagles on top. As we get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. And welcome in everybody to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Time for a look around the NFL here in Week 3 of the new year. Next, we head off to check out another game. And they were winners in that ball game over the visiting New Orleans Saints. 31-21, the final score. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. In that game, all tied with the visiting Patriots. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway.
And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. The Eagles ready to go on offense to begin this third quarter. This offense set to begin the third quarter, and Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Back to throw now on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A good pickup there at 22.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. And he wisely will throw that one away. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. He'll look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Up the middle they go. Flynn. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Flynn, and he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Ball resting on the 10-yard line. It's 2nd and 1.
They're going to look to throw. This is caught. Third catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down. Looking to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great effort there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game.
And the Eagles take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. And, Charles, they continue to have trouble stopping him as he's into the end zone yet again.
Yeah, that's multiple series now that have ended with him in the end zone. A perfect plan on how to utilize him best when they get in close.
Point after try forthcoming. And the lead is now 24. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half.
And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Here's 2nd and 8.
Quick hitter here, it's complete.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Looking middle, and that's complete.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4.
Now a handoff up the middle.
Little.
And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield.
It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
They'll set up to throw.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner, and I don't think with 3 scores down in the 3rd quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly.
The Vikings send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Fielded at the 20. It's a 45-yard punt, then 8 on the return.
And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. For the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39.
He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
We'll put that one in the win column for the defense. Trying to contain tight ends in the passing game is so difficult nowadays, but they did in a big way there.
Second and 11. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Just a gain of a couple there. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Vikings pick up the football. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Well, number one on the list of things not to do when you're up 3 scores in the 3rd, that right there, give the football away.
I love when you speak like that. You know how doctors talk about taking the Hippocratic Oath, first do no harm? You just did the football-cratic one right there. Don't give the ball away when you have a lead that you can lock this game down with.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Back to throw. Over the middle, it's complete.
And the Vikings are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Vikings are able to capitalize on the forced fumble by turning it into 6 points. So that, Charles, their first score of the ball game, obviously, coming here in the 3rd quarter. Is that going to be enough to energize the troops?
It's a great question. We'll wait to see the answer.
And now, before we get to the extra point, remember, all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
They'll look to throw. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession.
Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
Back to throw here. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And a quick throw here, that's complete.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 46. They'll set up a throw.
Open man there is Malone. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Second and 6. And he will find his man on the outside. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 31-yard line. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
This will be caught just inside the 10.
And the Eagles are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. 2nd and 9 now.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. That pass play good for 7, but it still brings up a 4th and goal.
Nice completion, nice gain.
Great tackle.
Really good tackle. Kept him in bounds, kept things going. What do you do here?
That's the question. Let's see what they do. So on now the field goal team for Philadelphia. This to make it a 3-score game late. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
Well, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Owens. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
The throw over the middle taken in.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Now this throw caught left side, and he'll get this to the 22. So they began the play at the 11, and it's a gain of 11. First down. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
On second down, it's Little, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. He'll get only 2 there, and it's second and goal. He'll drop to throw. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. This will cost him 11 yards there on the second and goal sack.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
This likely a must-have, third and goal.
And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Call it no gain on the play, so no help there. And now fourth and goal. Such a long drive here. 3 points. That would be a disappointment, but I don't know if you can go for it here, can you?
Well, you know, the defense was really giving them a lot all the way downfield, and now they've stiffened. Forget that bend, don't break. Now they don't even want to let them get a yard, do they? So in this spot, you remember what the coaches told us before the ball game? Any drive that ends with a kick is going to...
into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And the Eagles are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on fourth and goal.
But just another reason to celebrate there on the defensive side with the interception, and this is a game that they clearly have firmly in their grasp.
Yeah, a lot of handshakes, a lot of hugs, a lot of smiles. It's been their day.
The Eagles just about set to go to work on offense. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Flynn, and this one will go to the 28-yard line. They'll run on first down. Gates, and to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Up the middle they go. Flynn.
And this is going to be an Eagles first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. First and 10 at the 45. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Flynn.
He'll get it up near midfield to the 49 before being taken down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Up the middle they go. Flynn, give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Flynn.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football.
Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles. And I think the game balls need to be distributed on the defensive side of the football, and I bet that you would agree.
Yeah, if you hold a team under 10 points, that's a job well done. Really well done. So I would say game balls for every starter and every key player who participated in this game.
Now, see, I only like one game ball.
You're
handing out multiple. Although I set you up by saying game balls plural, but I
like where we're going with this. Though you say one to represent like the best player of all of that, and I say multiples so that you keep everyone motivated and involved.
You're a man of the people.
I'm a man of the people. I thought I was the only child.
You get a game ball, and you get a game ball. Game balls for everybody. So for the Eagles, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3.